That's right, that's right. We're about ready to get started here. Man, I was going to take the day off and just do some video editing like I was doing, but I couldn't help myself. I definitely have to come on here, talk a little bit about our friend Little Joe and ass above in the low, whatever they. Should be a good one tonight. Should be pretty funny, pretty interesting. I got a lot of clips I plan on showing too that have been taken down already because I just got too much I'm working with while editing. So just give it just a few more minutes here. Welcome to The Boy Who Cried and Sandy on Twitch. So happy the Twitch is finally getting some people in there. Makes me really happy. Good to see you, Danny. Thanks for coming in. And Geek Mom, as always, such a pleasure to have you here. Andy, good to see you tonight. I think I got you guys. All right. Yeah, we'll play one more song. I'll be back in a minute.
I'm just trying to have a good time. Cigarette butts and moonshine. I'm going redneck tonight. I got my horse by my side, full tank of gas in my ride. Yeah. Take a look at what the industry did to me. I was drinking Hennessy and then I had an epiphany. Got me thinking I should kill him, and I'm saying it literally. Middle fingers to my enemies, I'll give him this energy. Got a horse in the back and a goat in the front, and I'm pouring out yak when I'm smoking a blunt. In a trap with a cowboy hat and a pump, cause I ain't going out like a rat or a punk. Don't be silly, man, I really gotta kill him when I'm loading up the semi, hitting mini cerebellum. I was raised on a farm in a city full of fellas, keep a knife on deck like I'm trimming down a head. Sticky hanging out my mouth, I got Carhartt on my jacket. I was raised down in the south, eating moose meat and catfish. Everything I eat, I call flannel undies like a boss. I just watered all my crops, load my truck, I'm taking off. We were riding down that dirt road on a Sunday night, with the windows rolled down on the countryside. Saw a reflection in the mirror and I thought, oh my. I said, ooh, pretty girl, you make me feel alright. Catch me drinking out the keg while my chicken's hatching eggs. You would think I'd act my age, but I'm pissed like every day. You can call me white trash, but I don't give a fuck. Someone passes zigzags unless you lift it like my truck. About to turn my backyard to a shooting range. Who's to blame? Headshot, I got stupid aim. I won't stop till the motherfucking rooster sang. I sold my Ford and put a Hemi in my new Mustang. Yeah, I'm the real Garth Brooks of this rap shit to Billy Ray Cyrus. If he wanted, he can have it. I got Hannah Montana at my ranch getting hammered. I'm a savage, catch me hacking up wood, doing damage. All I'm saying is I ain't going out like that. Got a feather behind my ear beneath my cowboy hat. Got a years with a deer, you can count on that. Like a steakhouse, I'm out back. Let's have a good time. Cigarette butts and moonshine. I'm going redneck tonight. I got my horse by my side, full tank of gas in my ride. I'm just trying to have a good time. Cigarette butts and moonshine. I'm going redneck tonight. I got my horse by my side, full tank of gas in my ride. Yeah.
Okay. We're ready for the show. Shout out to my secret inside source. Thank you so much to Cindy, not to be confused with our Cindy Lane, a different Cindy, for going undercover and getting this photo. Never before seen Surfer Joe. Yeah, he had a mullet. That's what that is. Really good to see you guys on secret sources and photos. I gotta show you guys something real quick. Check this out. Are you guys ready? What the hell is that? Is that... Dude. It's a... Oh, Sonny. She's everywhere, guys. Why does it say wiggle, wiggle, wiggle? I don't know. More on that later. I don't even know where to begin. Cindy Allen. Yeah, Cindy Allen. Oh, man. Good to see you guys. Yeah, today going over Joe Luis, Shattered Mirror. Go over his channel. I mainly wanted, we're gonna react to his latest video. Very interesting title. It's called Gray Hughes, aka the Powder Milk Baby. Oh, the Powder Milk Baby Coward. What do you mean powdered milk? Wouldn't a baby, wouldn't that be like a, you know, nursing? Like, why does powdered, it's something, one of his things. I don't know. He has weird words, weird word choices. So let's do it. We'll start there. Actually, no. We should probably warm up a little bit. Let me share some clips with you guys. A little preview of the people we're going over tonight. What do we have here? God. Do you guys remember when Joe had an anonymous source? You guys remember this? Remember Joe's source at whoever this is?
Somebody else, or even if you are posing as yourself, where you are able to get other people incited to do illegal, evil things for you.
You remember that one? This is like a horrible movie.
Think about that.
Think about that. Think about it. Yeah, I don't know. Got a lot of weird stuff like that. Let's see here. This is one of his peak angry moments, was his deal with Megan Kelly.
Fraudulent human being, and you don't give a shit about Libby and Abby, and I don't care what Anna Williams says, I don't care what anybody else has to say. You should not have said what you said to Megan Kelly. You should have known where you were and how far your investigations were. And unfortunately, you do not. You are a bullshit Bertie who is more interested in promoting himself up the ranks of your agency so you can become the governor of Indiana.
Very, very angry guy. Very, very angry guy. Anybody just coming in, his name is Joe. He's a very angry guy who does true crime. And we're just going over some of the stuff that, some of the stuff that he's done. So in this one, there's an unsolved case called the Delphi murders where 2 girls were killed. And here he has their sister and their grandmother, along with somebody named Doug Carter in the Indiana State Police. He has them in their title. And then he says, all in the firing line. Like they're some sort of targets. They're doing something malicious.
So that's where I'm going to leave it for Doug Carter for today. I will continue now, and I will talk about Becky Patty, Mike Patty, and Kelsey German. And let's see the bullshit that comes out of those people as well. I'm going to present the evidence here today, folks. If you don't like the way that I'm going on, if you don't like the way that I'm shouting and screaming, I am very, very sorry. But this is the only way that I can promote myself, and this is the only way that I can give you guys the information to show.
What do you mean this is the only way you can promote yourself?
Show you guys that I care, to show you guys that I'm passionate about it, and to show you guys that I have more credibility, more integrity, more love than any of those monkeys that is involved in this crime. So on to Mike Patty, Becky Patty, and Kelsey German.
Oh, man. Fortunately, we're not here to talk about them tonight. We're here to talk about Joe. But just a little, just in case nobody has heard him before, this is how he speaks in publicly. Yeah. So let's go ahead and look at the video that he did the other night. Yo, stranger. What's up, man? And what's up, Try05 on Twitch? Good to see you, man. Happy that you guys made it tonight. Let's see. Here's his little worm. He's little worm channel. No, I'm just kidding. Gutless little worms. Okay. So he's going off on Gray Hughes. I didn't watch this full thing. I watched a few minutes, and then Gray Hughes was actually live when this popped off, so I was just in his live. We'll watch a little bit of that here too.
And I thank you for being with me.
Ugh. Just jumping right into that voice. I can't do it, man. God damn it.
Here again today. If you guys are wondering about my voice, let me tell you that I've contracted COVID, so...
Oh, well now I feel bad, because I definitely was wondering about his voice. See, I didn't watch this video yet. COVID is bad. You know, some of my other friends have COVID too. He's still a jerk.
I'm at home. I'm going to be at home for the next 7 days. According to the New South Wales health instructions, I've got to isolate.
Okay.
However, that doesn't stop me from continuing on.
Okay.
If you want to...
Okay.
You soon. Joe Lewis. As you can see, no malice about that. Just a straight down the path. You are cordially invited for a meeting. I sent him an email last night, as you can see in front of you here, okay? I sent him a pleasant email where I said to Gray Hughes, as you can see here, and I said, and I quote, since you're so poetic and seemingly obsessed and fixated with me and my channel, you are cordially invited for a meeting so you can vent your frustrations to my face. Give me a time that suits you best, and I'll work around your schedule. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Joe Lewis. As you can see, no malice about that. Just a straight down the path, down the garden path email, because, you know, if he has something to say, I expect him to at least look me in the eye on the face-to-face and tell me about me. He must vent his frustrations. I'll allow him to vent his frustrations, and then I'll engage him. That's fine. And immediately after that, so this was sent at 6:55 p.m. And at 6:56 p.m. I sent him another one where I said, alternatively, I have your phone number, so I can call you when you wake up.
Oh, I was muted. Yep, I was saying, yeah, right. He already was engaged. He already said he'd call Gray when he woke up as if he was stalking him. He said he was going to put a glove on and put it over his head, his mouth. He's been doing all kinds of stuff behind the scenes. He's a very dangerous, lost little man. Starla, Starbright, good evening. Thank you for coming in. We're just going over one of our favorite evil characters, Little Joe.
Okay, folks, that's pretty simple. Nothing too bad about that. There's no profanity. I wasn't rude in any way. I was simply inviting him to come on to speak to me so he could vent his frustrations because he's so vocal about me, keeps being vocal about me. Anyway, so at 2:41 a.m., Gray Hughes replied, and let's listen to his reply. He goes, and I quote, not interested. Why do you always threaten to kill people? You are a psycho. Your videos are embarrassing and not part of the true crime genre. I will be sure to share these emails as well.
That's what's up. Totally valid. Yeah, he is. Told him straight up, no sugarcoating. Why do you threaten to kill people? You're a psycho. And then, yeah, your videos are embarrassing. Not a part of the true crime genre. It's like horrible, dark, real. It's like you're making it comedy entertainment or something. I don't know what you're doing, Joe.
That's his reply to me. Fair enough. He wants to share my emails. You can go right ahead. Great. You know what? I'm sharing them as well. So the public out there are going to see what you are in fact about. And the public are going to finally realize that you are an extremely unintelligent individual that doesn't even know his own mother tongue. This guy does not comprehend his own mother tongue, as you will see towards the end of this email thread.
He's the one who sounds like he's from 10 different places. I think Joe's the one who doesn't know his mother tongue.
But before I get onto these emails, on continuing on, I'm just going to take you to a few exchanges that I went and placed on his channel. So we have this one here, where I commented. Actually, let me go and start from last night, because I did place comments on his things last night. In fact, he's actually deleted one of them, and the one that he in fact deleted, the comment that Gray Hughes has deleted, is the one when I told him that I was going to play the game and I'm going to ensure that his status as the alleged topmost crime expert on YouTube is going to come tumbling down. I never threatened him.
Ooh.
I said, I'm going to ensure that you are going to start having no viewers. Nobody's going to come and watch you. People are eventually going to find out that what you are is just a money-hungry little person.
This is kind of boring. Is he going to start yelling or crying or something? Because I got clips of those.
The things you sell your willing audience is an absolute joke.
Yep.
You have the right to do that, though, but I have the right to disprove it.
Yes.
You claim you aren't accusing the family of being involved in the murders. Well, then why are you talking about them? They have nothing to do with the crime, right? That's his opinion. Okay? That is Gray Hughes' opinion. See, this is the problem with the guy. Because people are going against his opinion. We are all wrong, folks. It's right here in plain black and white. And only an uneducated pillock like this guy, like the majority of
What the hell is a pillock? What is this pelican pillock? What is that?
those that continuing following his rhetoric, that they just don't seem to understand it, that this guy is all about him, it's all about his opinion, nobody else's opinion matter. Okay, as I said, I've never accused the family, never. As you guys know, I put the pieces of the puzzle table on the table because I am invested, not like this piece of shit. He's not invested in finding the murder of Liberty and Abigail. He's invested in his cash cow system, and you guys all know that. So I wrote back 53 minutes ago after seeing his reply. Hey, Pin.
What a dummy. So Gray called him a clown, so now you got Joe calling Gray a pinhead. Hey, pinhead, I will threaten anyone who uses my mom's memory. Okay, let's...
They are inaccurate and false. Okay, folks, you tell me where I challenge
Come on.
bullshit like 1,000 others can. As I said,
They had to
anyone
talk,
who
huh?
attacks my deceased mother's memory, I'm going to do it here now, okay? Captain Audi, as I said, you guys can watch the video. I'm not going to go over it again.
Man,
Dude would act after 8 years of
Okay.
continual
he's getting mad. We got it. About 20 minutes in, he's losing it.
abuse and rhetoric from these sick, crazy, demented individuals. Let's carry on. So because your threat to Captain Audi was ludicrous, I never threatened Captain Audi. Laying down the law, L-O-L-O-L-O, you are a clown. Oops, rodeo clown. Now listen, you just carried on. Captain Audi's video was 100% accurate, and he didn't mention your mom. I never said he did.
Joe, you're such an idiot. Such a dummy. Scary part is Joe thinks he's right. You are right with that comment. PB Kiwi, he deletes all comments that give criticism. Yep. Dude is dreaming. Must be COVID fever. Yep, he's going to pop. We got it. He's inflating. We're hitting it.
You threatening to murder someone regardless of what they said makes you a pile of crap. You see this asshole? So what he's in fact saying here is that you can go out there.
His voice is cracking in like every sentence. He's reverting back to his prepubescent years.
And use anything you want in your rhetoric, and it's clearly permissible according to what Gray Hughes has written here now. This is showing you the mind of this individual, folks. Okay? You threatening to murder someone regardless of what they say. So in his mind, you can attack who you want to. You can call your mother a bitch. You can call your father. People can call your father.
No, Joe. He literally said like 3 or 4 times previously that he didn't bring up your mom. You dummy. Gotta skip it a minute because of that.
Just a forensic psychologist that is out there. Are you guys watching, paying attention to his rhetoric, to his narrative? So people are permitted to go out there and use your family as their trash bag.
Pure estrogen vibes. Pure.
They can call your family whatever they want. And to him, for somebody to threaten that asshole back,
Just kidding.
they're pieces of crap. According to Gray Hughes, I hope you're watching. I hope you're seeing the state of mind of this individual. And I'd love a psychologist, a forensic psychologist that is out there to read this and provide us with an insight into this dude's mind.
Yep, no offense, ladies. We knew it, stranger. We spoke too soon. No offense.
Kill them. I can do whatever I want, Gray Hughes. Get that through your thick friggin' skull, pal.
I can do whatever I want, Gray Hughes. Gray Hughes. I'll do what I want, Gray.
Pleasure on their channel, and I'm not allowed to be hurt, and I'm not allowed to retort threatening to kill them. I can do whatever I want, Gray Hughes. Get that through your thick friggin' skull, pal. And if
I think we need an hour-long stream of Joe Louis Yo Mama jokes. Yeah. Man. I'll think of a good one. I gotta think of a good one. I can only think of really stupid ones.
If you don't understand that, it shows you that you have no soul. You have no heart. As I said, you belong to Beelzebub's satanic herd, because there's no truth in Beelzebub, just like there's no truth in you.
What's up with
So
Beelzebub?
I wrote, clearly you've missed the bus. It drove past 2 weeks ago. Which he wrote, no idiot. You keep saying, if you continue to talk about my mother, I never...
Do you hear his voice cracking? He seriously can't hold back. Poor guy.
Which he wrote, no idiot. You keep saying, if you continue to talk about my mother, I never did, so I can't continue to. Learn English. Wow. So he's trying to tell me to learn English, to which I reply, your lack of the English vernacular is as arcane as your brain. I'm using you in the context of any person,
I mean
okay?
arcane.
Open a dictionary and learn your mother tongue, you moron. You, it's used to refer to any person in general. It does not indicate you specifically. As I stated, but I'll repeat myself because you're clearly
Murph.
a very unintelligent individual. In layman terms, if you, anyone, but not you specifically, use my mother's memory in your work, you,
Dude.
they, whomever, will be sending the FBI more emails.
Man, you can tell the FBI that I said that yo mama's so old that she farts out dust, dog. Damn. Ah, dude. Joe was crazy, dude. Is there more of this? Is there a point to this?
That word. That's what I have done as a non-English native that's had to learn how to speak English. I may not articulate the best, but I try. And I can promise you, folks, in matters of intelligence, this dude is lacking. He could not, and I'm not saying this to sound narcissistic, I'm just telling it the way it needs to get told. This guy could not even come close in matters of intelligence.
Now I get it. Now I get it. I didn't get your joke. I had to think about it. Joe Mama half Chinese and missing a leg. They call her Irene. Get it? Irene Widow to the left. I can't do a Chinese accent. I'm horrible at it. Wish I could. I wish I could.
To what I keep presenting my audience. He just sits there and he presents his daily routine, talking about whatever particular crime case he's talking about, okay? Giving people his opinions, but because I have an opinion and I want to give it to my audience, I'm not allowed to because it goes against his opinion. You see? And as I said, anybody can go online and read about whatever topic Gray Hughes is talking about because he's not giving the audience, okay?
It's okay, Burf. I'm with you, man. I'm all against that, dude. If people want to take what I do seriously, they can get stuffed. Man. It's like, if these guys can run around blaming people of murder, then I could say, if I can be an edgelord sometimes, I could say edgy jokes. Hopefully it'll bring more people over here. Maybe it's a good business model. I don't know. Be edgy.
Never seen his videos, but I believe he's not giving the audience anything of substantial merit for them to understand what in fact is going on. It's like me coming on here and talking about David Berkowitz, son of Sam. All the stuff is known out in the world. People can go.
So why is he bringing up the son of Sam? Why is he bringing up Berkowitz? It's a question I had. What does that mean?
It goes against his opinion, you see. And as I said, anybody can go online and read about whatever topic Gray Hughes is talking about, because he's not giving the audience, okay? I've never seen his videos, but I believe he's not giving the audience anything of substantial merit for them to understand what in fact is going on. It's like me coming on here and talking about David Berkowitz, son of Sam. All the stuff is known out in the world. People can go. I could spend an hour with you guys telling you about Son of Sam, about what happened, how many people he killed, what revolver he used, how he was caught, how he was taken to the police station.
Okay.
That's already stuff that's been reported out in the world.
Great.
It's available online. Anybody can do that research. However, by taking the letters that David Berkowitz has shared with me and presenting those letters to you guys and reading you guys those letters.
Berkowitz has shared letters with him? Well, no wonder. Look at who he's hanging out with. No wonder he is the way he is.
That is a totally different kettle of fish than just sitting here, with me just sitting here and talking about David Berkowitz, what the case was all about, when it happened, how many people he killed. That's all available online, folks. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to talk about that. And any person that can sit there on this dude's channel, listening to him tell his audience what is known about that case already, to me it's just a waste of friggin' time. I'm sorry. I would rather want to listen to somebody or to something that the audience listening does not know about. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something, and Gray, pay very good attention to what I'm about to tell you, my little baby boy.
Okay. What kind of tactic is it where you, like, call your enemy, like, sweetheart or endearing terms while you're insulted? It's like a weird tactic. The first couple emails I got from Joe, he called me sweetheart and stuff. Now he's calling Gray his lovely little boy. It's just really, really weird.
That the audience listening does not know about. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something, and Gray, pay very good attention to what I'm about to tell you, my little baby boy.
Eek.
Pay attention, because if you think for a minute that I've stopped and that I don't have further information about the Delphi case, you are...
He has more information than before? More information than Alan? Oh my God, guys. I gotta pause this because we gotta go over some Alan information. I almost forgot. Come on. Let's get some juicy tidbits from our friend Ellen. The answer to your question is yes. He actually started off one of his videos like this. This is Shattered Mirror bringing on his special guest Alan, or at least going through his critical breaking inside source information from Alan, who was in criminal school with Joe, but also interviewed a local of Delphi. It's really complex. He explains it, I think.
You're damn right the hit is on. I'm coming to get the boogie monster, folks. Definitely coming to get the boogie monster.
Joe, do me a favor and never, ever, 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 ever say that ever again, please. Thank you.
Welcome to A Shattered Mirror. As always, I'm your host, Joe, coming to you from Sydney in Australia. So I've decided to start my videos with a little bit of a precursor to what I'll be talking about. As you know, I began my previous video upload with a scene from one of my favorite movies. And today, because I'm applying the heat, I've got the blowtorch on, and the heat's being put on Mr. Shane Heavens. So I thought it was appropriate to begin today's video with a nice song retaining the heat is on. Okay, so overnight I received further emails from Alan. As you guys know, Alan is conducting some work for me.
As you guys know, Alan is conducting some work for him. Remember, how does he have new information still to this day when way back then, he had to rely on Alan? Is Alan back? Did he not catch the boogie monster?
We're basically working together on this murder investigation, and Alan has in fact been in contact with a local person from the region in Indiana, and this person has began providing Alan with some juicy tidbits of information, which I'm here today to share with you guys. The stuff is on the screen, but please don't read it out yet, because I want to read it for you guys and I want you guys to follow along. But what I want to say something, folks, I want to just mention something to you. Whilst I was laying in bed last night, I began thinking about the information that's been released by that unknown individual by the name of Leaker.
Okay. I don't know why, but I would hate for him to get lost in the leaker rabbit holes, but he has his hand elbow deep in every single rabbit hole that ever existed.
And I have many thought experiments, and invariably my many thought experiments sometimes provide me with the correct answer that I seek, pertaining whatever thought experiment I may be having at that particular time. As I said, I've got a very inquisitive mind, and I've always try and break down the barriers to try and get to who in fact is on the other side of those barriers. Whatever wall's been erected, I try smashing through it so I can get to the person or whatever problem lays behind or on the other side of those walls. So you guys are aware that I do not splash information on my channel that cannot be verifiable.
No, we are actually aware that you do splash information on your channel that is not verifiable.
Either via the online media, via documentation, or any other bit of information that
No, Joe. We're aware. We're not unaware that you... Come on, Joe, get with the program. It's been too long.
That is basically falls in the realm of innuendo or hearsay or speculation. I do not talk about that type of stuff. You guys know that. Well, I hope you guys know that, particularly those that have followed my series. You should know that I always provide evidentiary material regarding what I'm in fact talking about and the presentation that I'm doing. So I'm not here to provide you guys with hearsay or speculation.
Liar. You actually are here to provide us with speculation and hearsay and rumors. Man, I wish on all the videos that he uploaded, he had a narrator like me to come in and just correct him every time he lied straight to our faces. Oh, man. Yeah, rabbits are being violated left and right. Savannah says, Graz, what is your alter ego? Everyone has one if they let them out. That would be Nasty Nick. I don't know if you're new, but my channel got taken down. I had a lot of video. My alter ego actually has made quite a bit of videos. We call him Nasty Nick. Oh, man. Okay.
Now, during my past presentation, I also mentioned that Kelsey German had in fact deleted information from Libby's phone. I apologize, but I'm going to apologize here now again. because I think it's the right thing to do. I did leave a comment on that particular video saying that the information had been brought to my attention that it wasn't Kelsey German who had in fact deleted information from Libby's phone, but
Okay, so he apologized this one time for getting information wrong. He said that Kelsey had deleted stuff on Libby's phone, which was a complete lie, rumor. But not too long after, he said that Kelsey would create male catfishing profiles and play games with her little sister Libby. And nobody has yet to come on and apologize or say that's wrong. There's like a million lies. I don't know what he's getting at with saying that he came clean about this. When you apologize for one little thing, I guess he thinks it adds credibility. He's just telling everybody how much his information is not rumor because he's about to read an email from somebody named Alan about never before heard case details on an unsolved double homicide. Alan.
it had been Tyra and Libby herself. Okay, so to all those who may have upset, I truly and honestly apologize for my mistake. I read online that, and it seemed to have been credible sources, that they had said that Kelsey German was in fact the person that had deleted information from, or had basically reset Libby's phone in the days before Libby and Abigail were murdered. However, it's come to my attention again via emails and comments that have been left on my channel that apparently Kelsey German did in fact also have something to do with that phone in the days after that the phone was found. And
yeah, don't ever let him blame his little boy creaky voice on COVID ever again, because he does that all by himself.
Something to do with that phone in the days after that the phone was found and was taken by the authorities. It's reported, please correct me if I'm wrong, it's reported that Kelsey German did in fact also delete stuff from Libby's phone once that phone was at the hands of the authorities. Please correct me if I'm wrong. This is information that I've received. This is why I say, before I can categorically declare that something is in fact factual, I need confirmation from somebody
Jesus.
that knows what is.
Joe, breathe, Joe. Breathe, please.
Taking place. Okay? Now, on to the leaker story. So I began having those thought experiments whilst I was laying in bed last night. And
I've heard of people like stuffing their face and being like, dude, breathe. Take a second between your eating and breathe and chewing. But Joe does that just with talking. Like, he talks so much that he can't even breathe and almost faints. You can't see him, but you can definitely feel it. I think I'm not alone there.
because I cannot verify with a person leaker, in fact, or the identity of leaker, I've always been amazed, that's personally speaking, at how the information was in fact relayed to the general public. There's a lot of juicy stuff in there that it's in fact alerted me. So two things: either the person that released the information has got a very, very active mind. He lives in the realms of fantasy, and he decided to play a game, whatever sick, twisted game this guy decided to play, and he decided to release that information onto the online fraternity, trying to gain some sort of attention or some sort of power status. I don't know.
The online fraternity? What the hell is the online fraternity, buddy? Yeah, his throat does sound just a little bit sore. Need to get him some root serum for his throat. Comes from an unverified source, but yes, we do think he might be doing something with sausage before he gets on the camera. I bet Cowboy is laughing his butt off right now. I hope he's doing all right wherever he's at. I think he's probably just chilling. Oh, man. The fraternity. What the hell is that?
That's a possibility.
No, it isn't.
Because, as I said, some of the information that's come forward, it almost seems like when reading it, when breaking it down, when going through that information line by line, it almost seems like that person had intimate knowledge of what had taken place on that crime scene, folks. Okay, so that's important to understand. This is the thought experiment that I go through. This is how I break down barriers and walls. So because there's juicy stuff in that information released by Lika. Now keep in mind that I'll keep telling you guys that I can't verify that information because, and I'm not going to put it on my screen to in fact, declare that it's verifiable information.
Yeah, because that would be unheard of for you to do, Joe, to splash something on your screen.
I'm not going to be doing that, but it does not negate me, and this is me speaking, Joe, it's not going to negate me having to run through a whole different sets of experiments, of scenarios, as to why the information may in fact be correct, although I don't have proof that the information is correct. If the information is correct and it's been released by somebody, who is this somebody that's released that information? Now,
who is this somebody? Good question. Who the hell is Alan? Joe, why are you asking so many questions that you are not answering yourself? Come on.
The authorities have seen the information. The families have seen the information. Not much has been said about the information that's been released. Okay? The authorities have not corroborated the information as factually correct. So there's been nothing about the information that Lika has released online, besides the allusion or alluding to the fact that the person, whoever Lika is, had intimate knowledge or somebody had told him this information from the crime scene, and this person decided to release the information to the World Wide Web. So, what I now had to do is I had to try and put myself in the frame of mind as who could this person be that released that almost seemingly factual evidence taken direct from the crime scene.
Seemingly factual evidence. Okay, Joe, thank you for doing your thought experiment. Please enlighten us on who Leaker must be. Because I think he had three options. I think he came to the conclusion that it must be A, law enforcement, or B, Shane Evans, or C, the killer. I forgot, though. We'll see what he says.
Through the thoughts, through the words, or through the narrative that this person was in fact providing. So I began playing a game in my mind of possible people. If in fact Lika is a real individual, nobody knows who Lika is, nobody knows his identity, everybody knows him as Lika. So I began thinking, if it's factual, then A, can only mean that this person is from the region of Delphi. B, that this person, Lika, has got some contacts or some involvement in law enforcement. And C, that this person could in fact be who I believe
to be the killer, Mr. Shane Evans, is how he ended that. Yeah. Very good deductions, Mr. Investigator. This guy's really good. I think a lot of cases would actually be solved if they employed Joe behind the scenes, gave him a badge. God. We're gonna finish up here this video right here.
Are going to come tumbling down like a stack of domino pieces and like a stack of Lego, because I have so much information that I was able to garner just yesterday that you, Gray Hughes, claims to be the topmost expert. Don't listen to Joe, don't listen to that one, don't listen to the other. Listen to me, because I don't present sensationalistic stuff. I talk about the case. You're going to find out the hard way, Gray, that people are going to use my channel as a conduit to getting or attempting to provide the authorities the evidence or material that may inculpate some of the people that are involved in the murder of those two little girls. I'm going to start releasing some information, okay, which you, Gray, and your audience know boo about. So I'm going to make it clear right here, right now. I said to you, I'm going to take your throne and I'm going to displace you because I've now made this personal. You want to play a game? Now,
Jeez. He took the throne. Just like that? That's all he had to do? Gray Hughes, I'm taking your throne. There we go. I have it now.
you best be prepared to deal with the consequences of this game. You are going to be known as the jack shit dipstick of the Delphi murder investigation and
The jack shit dipstick. Interesting.
of the floor of fire, because you don't provide your audience with jack shit about that case. The substantial stuff that you need to provide, you keep hidden away because it's your opinion that X, Y, and Z should not be spoken about. So keep watching Gray. I'm not going to say much more, but I can tell you, and I'm going to make it clear right now here, folks, if you're listening to this, and if you are a member of Gray Hughes' tribe, of his satanic herd, if you want to find out the real story about Delphi in Indiana, and what in fact may have happened to those two little girls, you have to make the choice today. You either stay here and listen to me, to Joe.
Gosh, he sounds like he's on a hospital bed just ready to die. And why is he giving Gray Hughes two options? And the first one is to listen to him.
Okay? Or you stay over at Gray Hughes and listen to him talking shit, repeating stuff that is available online that any Tom, Dick, and Harry, any asshole can go and read.
You have to repeat the facts because they all contradict your conspiracy theories. They use the facts to debunk your theories that are so wrong.
Without having to listen to him telling you the story of a crime that is known. Okay? So the onus now is on you. And this is a promise that I make to Gray Hughes, and this is a promise that I'm making to you.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to start releasing information, very, very credible information, that 99% of, I'll call it 98%. Well, now, let me call it 97%. That 97%
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
crime community that's been involved in Delphi has not known for the last 5 years.
So you're saying you're going to provide brand new information. Man, what? Yeah, he found another Allen. Obviously, that's all that happened. He found another Allen. I don't think there's any other option. God, he's so gullible. People can email him whatever the hell they want to, and he'll think it's brand new information. Completely crazy. Oh, and guess what happens? If you say that it's just rumors and he's wrong, he might pull one of these on you.
Stories. Just try and, when you're laying on your pillow, sleep with an eye open because you never know if a glove's going to come over your mouth. Thank you. Bye.
Jesus. What'd he say?
All these stories. Just try and, when you're laying on your pillow, sleep with an eye open because you never know if a glove's going to come over your mouth. Thank you. Bye.
Such a weird thing to say. Such a weird thing to say. I really don't understand that. I mean, I can if I just simply base it. In fact, he's psychotic. He is a psycho guy. Man, so he can cry and scream and threaten, but he's the very one who says we need to take human emotion out of criminal investigation when he's running around crying and screaming everywhere. YouTube commenter said, "You don't bring a glove to a gunfight." Yeah, but wait, it's 96%, maybe 95, or it was 94. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing. Let's see. We're almost done here. We'll get into ass above, so below, but I'm going to play a little bit of Gray Hughes the other night because it was really funny when he was talking about rodeo clowns. He pulled out his old school debunking music, and it was pretty funny. But let's listen to Joe cry a little bit. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
But Joe, that's shit today, pouring out his heart for two little girls that he never met, but yet doesn't stop him from loving them because they were children.
Come on.
That's the problem, is that they were children. And because my mind is not molded in the frame of evil, it destroys me, destroys my soul, destroys me as a human being, and destroys me as a member of this world we live in. And apologies for my passion coming through, folks. I'm not doing this to Joe, that shit.
Oh, sorry. Apologize for his passion coming through. That wasn't a psychotic, crazy thing. That was just his passion coming through, guys. Don't worry. Don't get excited. It was only his passion coming through whenever he does something like that. Crazy. He has some crazy friends, too. Hold on. Before we end here, how about let's talk about this guy. This is one of Joe's best friends, his BFFs. He titled this video, "Catching the Queen Outside of the Chessboard." See, all these guys have this delusion that they're playing some kind of game with checkers, but it's really a real-life double murder case. I don't think anyone understands. Alright, the Mystic Balls, or the Mystic Drop ball dropper.
From where originally, what inspired that thought was from Clutch's videos and his channel, pretty much saying that law enforcement came up with this, created this video of Bridge Guy to play out this big, huge game of chess between law enforcement and the people responsible for murdering Libby and Abby. I'm not sure. I lean more towards whoever is responsible got access into Libby's phone and created through Photoshop or something like that, or some video app, and made it out to look like the girls were at the bridge on that day and created this video of this guy walking towards them. So whoever had the phone, whoever had access.
Hold on, what was that? Because in my mind, it almost seemed as if you took a complete left turn followed by a 180 backflip because you just said that the video might be made up. You're talking like CGI and AI, and why don't you explain this to us a little bit? Because I'm a little confused. I'll back it up a little for you.
He made it out to look like the girls were at the bridge on that day and created this video of this guy walking towards them. So whoever had the phone, whoever had access to Libby's phone, I believe created Bridge Guy through the means of, the technology that we have these days. So that's my again, these are my.
I'm sorry, this is your what? This is your theory about whoever was in control of Libby's phone creating Bridge Guy? You mean like creating him like out of thin air? What do you mean? I think we know what you mean, but it just seems a little bit too crazy to say it out loud.
My personal thoughts. I want to create this space so people can, comment freely. Even if you don't disagree with me, that's fine. Comment. I'm not going to hold it against you. Let's have an open discussion without bullying, without talking down to people. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. But that's my own belief, and I'm entitled to that. So yeah, that's where I stand. Also, I was thinking about the 2019 presser. Like I always.
Oh, man. Well, who cares about the presser when the video's made up? Yeah, see, case closed. He must have found it out. Yeah, guys, these people exist, and they exist because of existing creators who actually will push this. This is a prime example of how gullible people are. People like Joe. People like, what's his name? The Balls? The Mystic Drop. I won't make fun of him, but. Oh, here's Joe in the comments. Good to see you talking about both children. You're so right with what you said, mate. God bless you, Roberto. No, Roberto was so wrong. Roboito. Oh, God. It's too much, guys. It's too much. Is Clutch really, Alan? I don't know. Alright, let's see what we got here. We are going to Gray Hughes from the other night, and we're going to listen to him address this. I had fun. I was in there yesterday. Yeah. So it's only like 10 minutes, but I put Gray's link in the description, so anybody who's watching, you guys can check it out if you want.
And they're not even, they're just like comments from, I mean, it's such a, what's funny is I think it's actually a reflection. Because he'll put a video out, and the people comment in there they don't say anything related to what he was talking about. So you wonder, why is that? How come those people didn't refer to the overall larger, plot that he?
Exactly. Gray brings out a good point. Most of the people in these comment sections, especially Joe, As Above, So Below, Bridge Burner, and TCD, bunch of fake accounts, bunch of just psychotic people with no life. Like, seriously psychotic, like in need of some mental health, creating accounts and teaming up against the conspiracy theory for the family. The family did it somehow. And they don't care what the video's about. All they care about is that Joe doesn't delete comments that are talking shit about the family. Or in Bridgeburger's case, the mayor, because he's obsessed with Shane Evans for some reason.
He was discussing. Pretty strange, right? Pretty strange. So I think he's talking about himself. But anyways, so I mentioned the guy, that there's a YouTuber out there last night because it was attacking the Captain Howdy and another person and threatened to harm them again. I mean, this is what this guy does. He's really, he has no, factual ammunition on anything. So what he does is he tries to attack people physically. Hey, let's meet. I'll beat you up. I mean, that's like what you do in 4th grade or something. I mean, it's really stupid. Okay? Anybody can criticize the facts that somebody puts out. He doesn't like that, though. So if you do that to him, he doesn't believe in free speech, by the way. He thinks that if you say something that he doesn't like, that he has the right to threaten to murder you.
Yeah, and we saw it. I played proof. It's weird because Gray is right. Joe doesn't believe in free speech. But at the same time, you can't rebuttal or you can't debunk his claims. He's allowed to have his thoughts about the family, but you can't have your thoughts about why what he says is not fact. It's not right. It's like factually wrong. Like we're not just saying, hey, that's wrong to do. We're literally saying, Joe, that information doesn't make sense at all. Sorry.
He literally says that in the video right there. He goes, "Oh, look at this gray guy. So you can just say anything you want." I can't even imitate the guy. You can just say.
That was a pretty damn good impression, Gray. That was 9 out of 10.
Anything you want, and I can't threaten to murder you? What do you mean? Hey, have you heard of freedom of speech, idiot? Okay. All right. So, anyways, let's go to the. I'm going to go over to here. This is the email string here. So I wake up in the morning and I hear him say, "Since you're so poetic and seemingly obsessed and fixated with me and my channel, you are cordially invited for a meeting so you can vent your frustration to my face. Give me a time." I mean, he lives in Australia, for God's sake. What are we supposed to do? Go, "Yeah, I'll meet you at McDonald's in an hour." Okay, forget
it. Yeah. Hey, yeah, just go to the McDonald's, dude. You know what? Give me half an hour. I'm going to put on my my fighting clothes, get my sneakers on, and I will see you there.
And either way, I wouldn't do it because that's just not, you don't, it's okay? It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay. "You are cordially invited for a meeting so you can vent your frustrations to my face."
Cordially invited. Keyword, it was all cordial.
"Give me a time that suits you best, and I'll work around your schedule. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Alternately, I have your phone number." Oh, so you said I was stalking you. I don't know what your phone number is. I don't even know where you live.
Yeah, how does he have Gray's phone number? Why does he have Gray's phone number? You see, there's a problem with these trolls, man. They're sending him emails with Gray's phone number and all kinds of crazy shit. These fucking... Alan can get anybody's phone number, I tell you. I love Gray's evil laugh, too. He does it like 2 more times. It makes me laugh so much. I can't do it. I'm not going to try. It makes me laugh hearing him do it.
Isn't that weird? But somehow you have my phone number and my address. Weird. I guess we know who the real stalker is. Alternately, I have your phone number so I can call you when you wake up. Okay.
Yeah, Joe is definitely a stalker, and also seems like he is a stage 5 clinger.
Okay, well, my phone sat here all day and it didn't ring. I was very disappointed. And I said, "Not interested. Why do you always threaten to kill people? You're a psycho. Your videos are embarrassing and not part of the true crime genre."
I like it when Gray reads this way better than when Joe was reading these. What do you guys think? Gray he has way better of a voice. Joe just remember Joe's voice kept cracking, he just sounded like a scared little boy. It was pretty funny.
I will be sure to share these emails as well, okay? So I already said that I was going to do this. And so then I said, be better, or I will continue to criticize your videos. They are disgusting, and because they are, I will criticize them. They are inaccurate and false. Don't put out false and inaccurate videos to intentionally deceive your audience, and I will not criticize them. You have already been sent to the FBI once, and I did. I actually got an FBI agent on the phone the last time he threatened 2 people.
Good.
And I said, "You've already been..."
Good. You know what? This guy needs to be visited by the FBI. Look at him. You guys, look at him. He needs to be visited by the FBI as soon as possible. Walking around with his white gloves, threatening everybody with prostate exams. We've had enough. The people have had enough, and the people have spoken, Joe.
Sent to the FBI once for murder threats. That's a fact. Not me making something up. Shall we do it again? And he says, gutless little worm, as I thought. Like I was supposed to just go meet him really quickly. I mean, sits on his chair throwing little arrows and can't stand up to a man just for once. You're pathetic and a coward without any backbone. Regarding the FBI, as I stated before, they have my name and I'm on record for 8 years with them. But do share it with them again, please. Okay, so now you're admitting you're a psycho to all your fans, that you've already been listed with the FBI for 8 years.
Wow. Yeah, the FBI know him then. Know him good. And the stranger says he licks his gloves between shifts. I can totally see that happening. Not even joking. Yeah, Sandy, I'm with you. Don't touch my bum. Everybody, when you're around Joe, you need to walk around like covering your butt. If I ever am in the proximity, that's what I'm going to be doing. Covering my butt.
What a waste of a human being. You need to join the military to grow a pair, honey. I said he'd go, honey? Oh, whatever the hell he said. I can't even do it. But anyways, right here, then I said, small-minded people resort to physical attacks. Do more accurate videos. That's all I ask. You put out sensationalistic trash. The truth is that merely having a YouTube channel that people watch makes some people believe. Listen to this, what I'm saying right here.
Cover my six.
This is really important because this is reality right here. Here we go, listen. The truth is that merely having a YouTube channel that people watch makes some people believe that the YouTube creator has credibility. It's not something, and I said credibility. Then I said it's not something to abuse like you are doing, right? See, I think you have a channel, you get the default of having some credibility, but you have to put out information that lets people know that you actually are credible, okay? That's not what this guy's doing at all, okay?
No.
It's not something to abuse like you are doing. That's just a fact, and you can do with that what you want. And he says, go away, you're worthless. You know, it's funny, people on his channel go, his insults to you show that this guy, that's all this guy does, is throw out insults, right? Go away, you're worthless. Your rhetoric doesn't work with me because I see straight through your bullshit like thousands of others can. As I said, anyone who attacks my deceased mother's memory, using it for their perverted pleasure, and I'll give them further reason to contact the FBI, and that includes you.
More threats, including him in the threat. I gotta get to the debunking music when it comes on.
It says that like Becky and Mike are part of the Florida fire incident. So that means you are implying that. You know, I worded it much better. It's
yeah, it's gonna come up here soon.
I mean, see, then why cover them is the answer.
He does an incredible debunking on when Joe thought he saw Mike Patty, the grandfather of one of the victims, at another crime, the Florida fire. One hell of a debunking coming up. It's pretty interesting. Man, that's making me laugh. Yeah. If you ever find yourself near Joe, bring a friend and always cover each other's sixes. Only way to be safe out there.
Answer. So why would you cover Kelsey and everybody else if you don't think that they have anything to do with it? What good are you doing by talking about them? So every time you tell people, I don't think Kelsey or I didn't ever say that they had anything to do with any of it. Okay, that's great. Then quit covering them because you just said they had nothing to do with it, and therefore you're wasting everybody's time. Do you get that? All right. Hey, thanks, Freebird Forever. All right, so here is there's a picture in the Florida fire. Now this guy back here, you know, he has a similar hair, you know, like Mike Patty's hair kind of looks sort of like that a little bit. But here's the thing is, so you notice this was probably part of a video, but he made sure that this guy's face was covering here. And secondly, Mike Patty is probably 5'6", 5'5", 5'6". His arms are shorter and everything. This guy right here looks absolutely nothing like Mike Patty at all, but he's claiming this is Mike Patty in 2016 at the Florida fire. And by the way, if Mike Patty, let's say Mike Patty's like 5'5", 5'6", something like that. Well, then this guy right here is about 5 feet, which is really not common for a guy. And then right next to him is a guy that's about 5'4", which isn't really that common. And then he's taller than every other person here. So you have a convention of the Lollipop Guild right here. I don't really understand what's going on.
I think at this point it might have been unintentional. It was just so funny. It just rolled with it. So if Mike is like 5'5" or 5'6", look at the scale. Look at the relativity there. That is so true. Everybody must be like 5 foot. It's a whole bunch of midgets. Like, oh my God. I looked at this picture for like 5 days. I'm like, yeah, it's obviously pareidolia. It's pixelated. It was in a moving video. Never once did I think to add scale. Some kind of mathematical equation. Gray. Convention of the Lollipop Guild. Debunked.
It doesn't make any sense. Hey, thanks, Eugenie. Yeah, so what I'm saying is this is ridiculous right here. This is not Mike Patty in this picture right here. I can tell you.
Okay, hold on. We have an account named Joe Luis is God, and there is just a picture of a foot. Well, I tell you what, you don't have to spam the chat with about 15 comments, but if you have anything intelligent to say, step to it with your little foot there.
Tell you that for certain that that's not him. All right, so then down here it said, I mean, you got to admit that made sense what I just said, right? But it won't make sense to him intentionally. So here's the thing. This is the type of guy that you could literally give him 100% factual information with no out, and he'll find a way to weasel out because he can't admit that his theory was wrong. Okay? All right, so anyways, here we go. I said one last thing. You probably aren't aware, but not surprising, that Mike Patty is maybe 5'5", 5'6", and he towers over that other person in your shot. So that guy's 5 feet, right? You got the wrong guy. I know it. I think I left that in L. I know it helps your flora is related bullshit argument, but it's just not true. That's why you're irresponsible. But you found an audience of equally irresponsible people that believe the garbage you put out. Sorry, just the truth. And I go, that's hilarious. Laugh. And then I emailed him after watching his video. I go, that's hilarious. Laughed all the way through your video, as did many others. Awesome. Sorry about your COVID.
What a great compliment. But it's not a comedy video. It's true crime. Gray says, I laughed all the way through your video. I laughed all the way through it. Never ceased to.
I hope you have a safe recovery. Unlike you, I don't want people dying. And then I put down here why this statement, the fact you used my retort and threat to that dickhead and his demented work on his channel makes you complicit. Right there. That right there shows that he was talking about me when he's using you on some of the instances when he said that. Okay. All right. There you go, everybody. I feel good about it. He can make the video and
got it off his chest. I feel good about it, man. Hit him with the facts. Dude, coming up, though, he's going to play the music and do a funny thing. It should be coming up. We'll play a few more minutes.
All of his people will make comments and all this kind of stuff. But what's weird is when his people read it, they don't see the way he talks. It's really odd. When you read the comments under there, they don't actually see what he's saying. Yeah. The Lollipop Guild. Come on, that was good. Oh, I don't know. He's dumb. I don't really know how to explain it to you.
I know, it's hard. He's dumb.
Well, thanks, Stacy. Yeah. I mean, I could literally debunk every video that he did, and he'd get angry at it because how dare somebody challenge what he puts out there? Okay, I mean, it's debunkable stuff. Like, one time he was talking about a book that was in the, one of them was Becky sliding a book off, and then I was actually talking to Becky about it, and she goes, "I don't even know what he's talking." Oh, in the video, yeah. I mean, I knocked the book off, and I said, "Hey, I go, Becky, even if you did do it on purpose because you wanted him to look at the book, what difference does it make that you wanted him to see the book?" Like, I think the book's called Promise Not to Tell, and it was, so that in itself means something, right? Hey, thanks, Loretta Reyes said.
And just like PB Kiwi said too, what if that was Mike Patty at the Florida fire? Like, what does any of this mean? All he does is use those conspiracy theory, he just points a finger at the family. They must have killed their family. It's ridiculous.
Emily Flotilla. Yeah, hold on a second. Let me get the wheel going here.
I am busted cause I am really just a bot and this is really Monopoly Cash. Not.
Thank you, Emily Flotilla up there. And then Freebird Forever.
Lollipop
Eugenie.
Fun.
Sorry, I was kind of in the middle of reading something. I don't know if I thanked everybody, but Loretta Reyes and Emily Flotilla again.
If you guys haven't and you have the time, please subscribe to my second channel. It's in the bottom of the description, it should be. If you guys haven't yet, it helps me in case I get this channel taken down because of my controversial shows. Case closed. Book dropped. Book dropped, case closed. Yeah.
And by the way, I'm just now putting together the next batch of notebooks being sent out. So I haven't sent any out for like, a week or so. So I've got a stack of the envelopes over here, but now I just have to write in all the notebooks and put them in there, and off they go, probably tomorrow. So if anybody wants one sent out tomorrow, if you do the PayPal for $25, you get one anyways, and you get into the spin at the end of the show. All right. Thank you, Kathy Freudenmaker. In the world, the most awful people. Goes on and on. Remember that? That was mugged or whatever, it's...
Alright, here we go. I'll just play this one part, and then we'll get into As Above, So Below. Ooh.
Everybody that was negatively affected by the actions of the perpetrator. So that's how I look at it. Oh, and thank you up there to Colin Pendleton. Block one, awful humans. Yeah. So anyways, that's all I've got, you guys. If he puts out other false information, I'll probably have to, what I'll probably end up doing is just make videos on that,
I would love to see Gray make a video like debunking him as a whole or exposing him for what he is. But I feel like it's like a big thing. I feel like eventually bigger true crime outlets will get wind of what Joe's doing and be like, wow, this is a story here. This is a crazy unhinged lunatic. YouTube needs to do something. Australian police need to do something. Yeah, Gray would make a great video, but that would be my competition because I want to make a video about him too. Let's expose him.
Like a quick video debunking it and put it out there, with the music that I have. Where is that? It would sound something like right here. Remember that?
Here we go.
Hello everybody, tonight's video will be about a rodeo clown making crazy videos about the Delphi case. Oh yes, everybody. He says that Mike Patty was at the Flora fire scene. This must be the same Mike Patty that was stretched in the taffy stretching machine in the Willy Wonka movies. Because he's about 7 inches taller in the image than he ever was in real life. Unbelievable, everybody. Absolutely incredible. Oh my God.
That's good, don't you guys think? It really brings a feel good to something that's horrible, and you should, what a good debunker. I kind of like it. I'll drop the link in the right side, but it's in the description for anybody who's watching on replay. Yeah, Mike Patty got put in the taffy stretching machine and ended up in Flora, right outside the fires. Yep. Okay. So we're done with... we're probably more than halfway through. I don't know how long. I'll spend like half an hour or something discussing as above, so below, dude. So below, man. Let's take a quick look at his channel here. And yes, Alan, greatest source in Delphi history. Tonight, earlier in the show, I played a little bit of him, but I was going through my external hard drive today. Actually, last night. I'm renaming all my files. There's just so much, and I just got so much, man. I think I'm going to stick with, like, being a lunatic for 30 minutes straight, or being a lunatic for an hour. I think that's a good format for a video. Let's see here. As above, so below. What is this? Actually, it seems that this is not as above, so below, but let's see what this video is.
You keep talking that smack. You want to come find me? I'll give you a place we can fucking meet, a date, a time. I'll be there. I'll be there. You better fucking be there.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Dude. Remember when I was telling Joe to breathe? Holy shit. As above, so below. He needs to breathe. Is this WWF? Was that Hulk Hogan? Or is that as above, so below? What the hell was that? Dude. That was like steroids. Oh, I wasn't expecting that because I'd never seen that before. I guess this is his backup channel.
Because I'll fucking be there.
Oh my God.
You keep talking that smack. You want to come find me? I'll give you a place we can fucking meet, a date, a time. I'll be there. I'll be there. You better fucking be there. Because I'll fucking be there. You keep...
Jesus, dude. Oh my God. I have never seen somebody so angry and emotional in my life. That was a beautiful piece of art. See, this is what we're dealing with over here, guys. That is our respected, professional and responsible presenter of the Delphi case. Oh, God. I wasn't expecting that. That was a good clip grab. You guys are getting good. I think I peed a little. That scared me. It scared me and made me laugh at the same time. It was really weird. So this is his actual channel. And we're just looking at his community page, and then we'll look at his most popular videos. To give anybody, if this is your first time here, let's see what this guy is known for. If you just look at his channel or him as a whole, what is he all about? So right away you see this. It's a picture of a blob, and there's another one, a picture of a blob. And there's another one, it's a picture of a blob. The last one is, of course, a picture of a blur. So you read the caption and it says, "The people responsible for the deaths of Abby and Libby are in those photos with the 2 girls." So he's saying there's 2 girls in the photos plus the people. So that's at least 2. So he's saying there's at least 4 people in these photos. So he solved the case, and dude, this is nothing. So right away you can tell that he is known for PB Kiwi said he sounded like Macho Man Randy like Randy Savage, minus a little IQ points. The Stranger says too many Slim Jims. Dude, you guys are funny. I can't do this with you guys. You're funny. So this is just pareidolia. I've done this a million times, but let me tell you guys what pareidolia is. It's something that is very common in the Delphi case. Pareidolia is the tendency for perception to impose a meaningful interpretation on a nebulous stimulus, usually visual, so that one sees an object, pattern, or meaning when there is none. Pretty much, in terms that I would use, you look at shit and it's not really there. Like when you look in the clouds and you see somebody smoking a doobie, it's not. It's just clouds. So that's one thing he's known for. You scroll up a little bit, there's one of our favorite, Sonny Justice. Shout out again to Carol, one of the best inside researchers I've ever met. What is this? I'm feeling like this is all tying together somehow. So Sonny Justice was on a magazine cover and she was talking about wiggle, 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 whatever that means. But back to the community post just a couple of days ago. As above, so below says, the great Canadian human gargoyle war pig is a rare species of fat pigs that survived off of eating their own shit. This little fat piggy I named Sunny because she is always eating her own shit. Sun or rain? So earlier today, you guys, or actually in the video I posted earlier today, not this live, the other video, As Above, So Below talks about he hates cyberbullying, and he saw Sonny Justice get cyberbullied, so he helped her out. But now, they don't care. Bridgeburger says she's the worst of the worst covering true crime. Polish Kid says the only picture you wish was a blur. Queso says good body hygiene, always a plus. Some people need to try it. Oh, God. Cindy. Jane, they're all just laughing. And Dr. David says, yuck, multi-chin disaster. Oh, man. So far, he's into pareidolia and making fun of women for their physical looks. So let's go to his videos. And let's just go to most popular. See what comes up. First one's 14,000 views. Delphi murders. The tree with the skids. Crime scene. So what this is a very effortless short video that anybody could make. But he just puts really stupid titles. Like this one says, Delphi murders. Odd scene. Rat Brown. You guys also saw in that video I posted earlier today, As Above, So Below and Joe doxed somebody named Pat Brown, who wasn't even him. It was a different criminal, and they pretty much openly accused the real Pat Brown of abusing teenage children and sexual assaults. To this day, he doesn't take any videos down, and he still refers to Pat as a rat, when he could most likely just be a good guy who lived near this. So we got more pareidolia. This one is called The Director and Abby.
So I'm just playing with the, this is the only setting that I'm playing with, right? So we get these photographs, and that's where I was able to just enhance the color the way, or the brightness the way I just did. And that's all I was able to do in order to find some of the other stuff. Like this piece of shit right here.
Have you guys ever seen, he's getting mad at the person in this, he thinks he sees this person and he's calling them a piece of shit when it's like probably a leaf or something.
to find some of the other stuff. Like this piece of shit right here.
Oh, God.
This piece of shit right here. So whoever took this photograph is a part of the murder.
What? What do you mean whoever took this photograph is a part of the murder? Come on. Take the videos down that make you look like a goddamn idiot. Stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life, I think. Ugh. So pretty much pareidolia, right? Pareidolia. And a lot of victim blaming. A lot of agreeing with Joe. I think he wants to suck on Joe's weenie. But I'm not exactly sure on that one. But what I do know, like I said, like Gray said too, even if you're a complete idiot, just having a YouTube channel and talking about true crime, you get some kind of credibility, especially with new people coming in. They'll see the people in the chat and they'll say, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. Why don't you be careful with how you talk about the family? It's, like, stupid.
Coming out right now. So whoever it ties back to, I don't care. I don't fucking care. Do you guys want answers? And when I say you guys, let me be a little bit more direct here. I'm just curious. Does the family want to know what happened to their daughter? Or is the family a little bit more worried about what might happen to some of the members of their families?
So here he's making it seem as if just because the family doesn't like, the slander, or just because us, the people, are saying, dude, you're wrong, you shouldn't do that, he's insinuating that the case wouldn't be solved and we won't find the killer unless the family wants As Above, So Below to keep his investigation. Ooh.
Know what happened to their daughter, or is the family a little bit more worried about what might happen to some of the members of their families, right, that are a part of this crime? So I don't know what families are a part of the crime, but it seems like a lot of people that get defensive around rumors that have no substance, they start to create this panic. And for me, it's eyebrow raising, because why is it all of a sudden you didn't have a problem with him 3 weeks ago? And you can listen to Gray, and he says, me and Graz had a problem. And then all of a sudden, me and Graz squashed it. Well, what was it that you guys squashed the beef over? I'm not going to say it's because of Shattered Mirror Kelsey, but you can see how they've aligned themselves. And once again, they're following suit. Right?
Me and Gray, I promise we're not following any kind of suit. I swear to God, this is something in your mind.
Right? So you do this week, and then I'll go after him next week if anything else comes out.
Really? Hey, Gray, you get him tomorrow? I'll get him the next day, dog. I'll tag you in, you tag me out. Yeah, man. You got next Saturday? Nah, man, I'm on vacation. Okay, Graz. I'll get him on Saturday if you do it Sunday. Okay, Gray. Do they think that's happening? There's people that actually think that Gray's getting paid. Like, they think Gray's on payroll for defending the family. They think it's actually the truth.
It's very alarming. It's very alarming that these creators that put themselves out there, that they're a true crime community, half of the people that go into their live streams and are putting out rumors and speculation and, oh, it's thanks for the support. And then they'll acknowledge the comment. And it's like, what the fuck? You're doing the exact same thing with zero substance. Why don't you use some substance and then go with the facts from what we know?
I'll tell you what you got to do. Stop using substances. How about that?
Of the timelines, and then go with the people that we know as witnesses, as the factual evidence shows. There was people out there, even Kelsey slipped up and said, oh,
there was people out there. Well, look at this. Look, this guy thinks that Greeno is the director in that video. This guy thinks that Greeno was under the bridge. So how are we going to believe you, As Above, So Below? Thank you, D, by the way, for that comment. Wow. Greeno was the director, man.
Yeah, there was 10 to 20 people out there.
Oh, damn.
10 to 20 people.
Under the bridge.
Do you understand that? Just 30 minutes, 37 minutes before, 2 kids went down the hill. There was 10 to 20 people in the parking lot area. How many people are actually underneath the bridge?
I'm going to guess none in that photo.
So Bridge Guy was not even seen. So what did those 10 to 20 people just vanish into fucking thin air? It doesn't make any sense. It never has made any sense. And
no, they didn't vanish into thin air. Come on, man. Get your head out of your butt. Get it out of there.
That's why all of these rats are starting to panic. You know why? Because they can feel time slipping through their fingers. There's only one life. You only get one life. You snuffed the lives out of 2 fucking kids, and every single person that was involved that helped connect the dots to get the people, those 2 girls, to the bridge. Every one of you motherfuckers are going to fucking pay for what you did to those 2 kids. Mark my words. You think you all got away with it. You're not going to make it to Christmas.
Oh my God. He's going to kill somebody before Christmas. Or them. It's multiple, remember. Man, I'm telling you, this is kind of like WWF or soap opera, but it's just with a real case and they're just making shit up. How come they just get to make shit up all day? What else does he have to say?
Stuff that's going on. And about 20 minutes ago, somebody told me that Idiot Graz was on.
Oh.
So I watched about 5 minutes of him. And within 5 minutes, I had enough ammunition.
I bet that's how he approaches cases, too. He watches 5 minutes of a news article and he says, oh, yep, I got it. It was the dad. And there was 10 people who did it. They recorded it. Snuff film. 5 minutes. That's all it takes for this guy to do research.
So, here's this idiot talking about, I don't know how people can go out on their channels, these creators, and have a stream, right, about reading somebody's email. What are you doing, moron? You're having a stream about reading somebody's email.
It's not funny, man. That's Alan's email. I'm not just reading any email, dude. That's Alan. You're lucky if you get an email from Alan. It needs to be shared with the world for everyone.
That's what your content is, and that's all it is. You didn't have a problem with Sleuth until Sleuth calls you out, and then you turn into this coward behind a keyboard and start talking all the shit about him. But yet you're kissing his ass the whole fucking time, right, buddy? Do you know who you reminded me of? Anthony Greeno and Randy Gravitt. we got Graz and we got Sleuth. And
did he just call me a hybrid between Randy Gravitt and Greeno? That might be the funniest, most hurtful thing I've ever heard in my life. Come on.
Here it is. Sleuth has said something, I guess. I don't really know what's going on. I'm not trying to get in the middle of it because that's between them. But I did find it funny that here's this Graz guy running with Sleuth for time, right?
He has nothing. He literally has no idea what he's talking about either. He just brings up names for clout. Yeah. So weird, man.
He has a beard. Come on. What a bunch of fucking bullshit, man. Yeah, what a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
This guy has done zero fucking work on the Delphi case. All of his shit that he's put out there has been coattailed. All of it. It comes from other people and other sources. He's done the exact same thing.
Because on YouTube, we're not detectives, dude. We're not bringing brand new information that nobody knows. That's what you and Joe are doing, and it's all made up. Serious.
That he's claiming these other channels have done. Now, on my channel, that's why I put it out there, that what we're looking at as, amateur research, true crime investigators, let's call it, because I'm not an investigator. I'm just a viewer that started to write details down, and then I found contradictions. And when I started finding contradictions, I started finding links back to people like fucking Garrett Kurtz. And originally, a lot of people didn't have a problem talking about a POI with Bridge Guy because, you know, we had Garrett Kurtz. Most likely, a lot of people believed it was Daniel Nations or Garrett Kurtz, and they're both huge pieces of shit. So a lot of people didn't have a problem talking about those people. But when you start talking about people that may have been at the bridge that day, eyebrows start to go up. And it's like, here's...
But again, with the eyebrows start to go up. Come on.
The fact that a lot of my community has a one-on-one basis with me. So...
Triangulator.
With that said, it links back into the timeline of when you look at the girls going down the hill. A lot of people already understand. We know it's 213. So when all that activity deceased on the fucking on the trails, the girls were already gone. That's when Derek German is just showing up apparently too. So with that said, I think you can figure out who some of the players are, in my opinion.
No, because he arrives at a certain time does not mean that you can see the certain who certain players are. Again, for everyone, this isn't a game. They're not players in a game, but I get what you're saying. That doesn't mean that he's involved at all.
Right? And that's my personal opinion. That's not a professional.
Obviously.
So Graz can come after me all he wants, you know. Randy Gravitt got so worked up over some of the stuff that I was able to expose.
And that's what we're going to take a look at now. I guess Randy went live yesterday about this, and I haven't watched it yet. But boy, do I see the title. Randy Gravitt's title from yesterday is, "Here, you are a piece of shit, as above so below. Clear photo without hatchet." Don't know what to think about that one, really. Have no idea. Let me see. There is something that I had, though, about a hat. So ridiculous. What is this? Okay. Okay, so this gives a backstory because we're about to look at this. Let me make sure none of my DMs are in here. Sometimes that happens. Yeah, it looks like we're good.
Frank straight for this piece of shit garbage. If I hear, let me get one Frank straight for this piece of shit garbage.
Oh,
if I hear one more motherfucking time that you keep saying Libby had a hatchet in her head, I'm going to prove your dumb fucking ass wrong because thousands of people went to the viewing. She had an open casket.
What a big tough guy. You know, Frank isn't much better. They're all kind of idiots. I mean, I think Randy's a good person, but I think that panel that they have going on up there is just really not smart, probably. Just saying. So here is Randy's video from last night. Let's see what the hell this is. What is even happening here? I don't even... What is this? This looks scary because that's like a face. There's no comments on the video, so I don't know what's going on. Ugh.
Hey everyone, how y'all doing?
Good. How y'all doing? Hope you're doing good.
Since the peachy shit on the other side.
What'd he say? The petri dish is on the other side? The piece of shit is on the other side? What did he say? I think he said petri dish.
Hey everyone, how y'all doing? since the peachy shit on the other side.
Either the piece of shit on the other side or the peachy shit on the other side. I don't know what he said. Bless his soul. He's not really a shit talker, so.
Here's the photo, you piece of shit.
Oh, dude.
See,
Dude, Randy is mad. He is mad. Oh my God, Randy.
peachy shit on the other side. Here's the photo, you piece of shit.
Oh man, Randy.
See, I don't see you dumbass over there as above.
What is
there's
this?
The photo right there. I don't see no hatchet in that.
Is this her photo? Is this Libby's photo? And he's pulling it up to debunk that there's not a hatchet in it? What is the matter with these people, man? I thought it was like a fake photo or something. These people are out of control. I've never seen Randy that mad. Randy got pretty angry, don't you think? Never before have I seen Randy that mad. There's a peachy shit over on the other side. Here's the photo, you piece of shit. There's not a hatchet in there. Okay, Randy. Go to bed. No, Cheyenne's photo. That was Cheyenne's photo? So that's the pixel. That's the one under the bridge, they think? That's impossible. They can't have a girl's face from under the bridge. What the hell is the matter with these people, man? I'm gonna have to keep playing that. If that's not her casket photo, then I'm gonna keep playing it. I just couldn't believe with my eyes that that was even happening. Yeah, let's search for that on YouTube. Piece of shit photo, Randy. Grab it. That should get some hits. Jeez. How come Randy Gravitt's new channel name is Lost City of Atlanta? He's not in Atlanta. What does that mean? Oh, they double exposured it a lot? It's so ridiculous that they do that. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, Randy.
And
As Above, So Below. All you guys. Frank. Yeah. Dislike.
there, you're claiming that's Libby. It's not Libby, you dumb shit.
Oh.
And
damn, Randy's mad.
for Cheyenne, who painted her mother's cabinets, stained her cabinets, it's a photo, you piece of shit. She's had it on line long time ago, you piece of shit. Why don't you eat your own Big Macs, fat ass?
Oh, yeah. It's because As Above, So Below made a community post about Big Macs and saying that Randy was fat. Yeah, I get why Randy's so mad. Yeah, debunk him, man. Go debunk him. Keep calling him an ass and a piece of shit. Good job.
You keep on changing stories so you can get more views.
Yeah.
That's what you are. And you lie.
Ooh.
You know, where you live, the people around you who lies. You just like to list and make up things, a piece of shit. Hey, Melissa. That's the photo that the piece of shit saying, oh, that's Libby has a hatchet in her head. Hey,
Why does it keep saying peachy shit?
stranger. Yeah, this is the photo. He's saying that's the photo of Libby underneath the bridge with these two people.
No.
Saying, see, this is Libby underneath the bridge, has a hatchet with these two people.
Wow.
Which it's not. There's the photo.
Well, that's not it either, I bet. Come on.
Right there.
guys?
There's the photo.
Bunch of
I don't
idiots.
do you see a hatchet in this person's head?
Oh my
Wrong.
God.
That's not even living.
So annoying.
He likes to he made 2 videos making up. Right now he's on there, badmouthing me, making up lies, twisting the words around. Didn't want to say, well, I said for a photo of Cheyenne showing people at that time she was standing for her mother in her mom's place, which I never been there, and I don't know Cheyenne.
Does any of this make any sense to anybody, or is it just straight up just ludicrous, bonkers? It literally makes this just makes no sense at all. Probably only going to get worse when we allow guests on. There's Bruce. Oh shit, there's Frank. Okay, one of the 3 stooges.
Started all this shit again.
What the fuck is going on, peoples?
Damn.
Frank, do me a favor and please don't ever say that again.
What
happened the other night?
Well, listen, guys.
Captain.
I'm fed up with the bullshit with this cocksucker up there in Canada.
Can these guys address anybody as if it's like a... I've never seen... Oh my God. I just can't even listen to him. The cocksuckers up in Canada. Okay.
So I went to my Facebook group and I posted. I've got over 600 people in my group, but I asked each and every one of them to go to his.
Shut up, Frank. I agree with you. Frank is just as bad as any of them, yeah. Really dumb.
YouTube channel and report him for copyright infringement and also for charging people to watch movies on his channel when that's illegal as hell.
Frank, you little tattletale, man. You little snitch.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the bullshit with this dude. Nobody ain't been messing with him, and he want to start attacking Randy again. And now he's starting on other channels, and I'm not going to have that crap.
Because how he started, it was...
How much do you guys... I bet Frank is like 4'8".
Attacked the captain. And he used me as an example.
Yep.
It's like, I said his name, but he... My mouth, Alex, for example. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Blurs my name and everything else.
Everything, even everything like when you guys were all doing together, when you guys all did that big stream together, okay? Like when he was attacking us, Randy, and then shit stopped. I left. You know, you did your thing, I did my thing, and Frank wasn't even doing anything talking about the guy. He kept bringing him up. And then Frank said something in that chat because he wasn't watching this guy.
I don't know if I can do it any longer.
Oh, you're not there? Okay. I haven't seen people... It's been a...
Who's this?
In a chair and saying, I'm willing to push myself 47 miles to get up to Cutler.
This is the guy who was an alleged criminal informant or prison informant on the Karina McClurkin case, I think.
What?
Yeah, go back and watch the video last night.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow. Oh, he's in a wheelchair. He thinks he's going to go up there and sift dirt for... What's right now is, you've heard feds taking over, like, random cases, just
is he in a hammock?
Cases out of the allotment.
True. Some of these veterans,
like my back and everything hurts.
Oh,
he is.
Have you seen those guys that go camping with when they go out like in the woods?
What up, Roscoe, dude? Good to have you here. Yeah, one of them is Frank. His name is Frank Meister. He's an idiot. He's one of the stooges I call. He is into pareidolia. He thinks he can see people under the bridge too. But mainly he's threatening as above, so below. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Bruce is on the top right. Bruce is a listener. Randy's top left. And then this guy on the bottom right, his name is Michael, and he was on the McClurkin case. He says he was an FBI agent, I guess, according to a YouTube commenter. Interesting. Very interesting group that we have here tonight.
In their hammock, and then they'll have like a tarp over them or something if it's gonna rain.
Poor Jamie's, as Jamie's was going on in front of hers.
What are they talking
Man,
about?
Right here.
You need to be watching your back, bro. You gotta listen to that kind of stuff.
Marlena's side, they've already wanted me dead from the very beginning because what I was saying and what I was speaking out on. Marlena never once said, but she left Flint's. She went to the crime scene, toured the crime scene, got her cell phone and her glasses, and got a tour of the crime scene down to Marlena.
These guys just sound crazy. I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. Sounded like a crazy conversation. He's been on a few channels. Yeah, I remember him. The only thing that I remember about him is that he mentioned Tony Klein by name like a year and a half ago before it was out in the open. But I guess it was a different Tony Klein that he was in reference to. And it was about the McClurkin case anyway. I don't know. He reminds me of, I don't know, I don't know. He says he's an FBI agent. I don't know. Who knows what they're doing? We'll watch a couple more videos on As Above, so super, super below. Let's see. Here's him getting a bunch of information wrong about people of interest, including Julian Powell and what's the other one? Jerome Weiss.
I think it's afternoon now, isn't it? Yeah, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So last night, one of my viewers had asked me if I had seen their video, and I had just gone and checked it out this morning. It's very, very alarming. And as soon as I seen the video, the first thing that had popped into my head was Julian Powell with the pig in the picture, how he's got a pig in the picture.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but this is Sonny Justice's person of interest, Keegan Dunker, who was in a picture with a pig, not Julian Powell. So he's got his shit like completely backwards already in the first 10 seconds here.
And then I had remembered about the days following after the crime had happened against Abby and Libby, the kids, because even the news want to just throw it out there like a couple of girls. And it's like, you fuckers, you guys are twisting that on purpose, you know. But I was looking at it. Remember they did the raid at the meat packers plant where the pigs are slaughtered. Now, why is that? Why is that? And then I also...
Because there was a bomb threat called.
Also had the Julian Powell connection with Julian Powell having the pig there.
Okay, please tell us how Julian Powell had a pig there. Like, I just want to get clarification of all these connections.
And after I seen that video last night, you know, this is very alarming stuff.
Oh, he's out.
This is very, very alarming. He is giving you firsthand acknowledgement of the way the girls were left in the cemetery area.
No, he isn't. Conspiracy theorist.
So if the girls were found in the cemetery area, there was no rope on them or any handcuffs or any of that.
They weren't found in the cemetery area.
Well, that gives a a well-rounded knowledge of the crime that had happened on the 13th, leading to the bodies being placed there on the 14th.
That does not give us any kind of well-rounded knowledge that you speak of.
So Julian Powell looks like he might be in some real fucking deep trouble here. He doesn't even realize it yet, because I was just watching this and the guy was just saying, well, you're either one of three things, okay? You're either a victim, a culprit, or a witness.
A victim, a culprit, or a witness? Really? So there's no way in hell he could have just been a guy who drove near that trail that day. He has to be a victim, a culprit, or a witness. Okay, I get you. I get your logic. Just like Joe, you guys have just three crazy options, and it must be one of them.
Now, the way it's about to come out, a lot of these people that could have been witnesses have chose to lie, in my opinion. And that's why the initial arrests are not being made at this point, because they're trying to figure out what everybody's role was in the murder. Why did they hide it? Why are they not coming forward? They have all of this information now, and well, they've had it all along, right? They've had it for 5 years, but when Julian Powell came out with that picture, you know, and now I'm seeing this video, and they raided the Indiana State, the meatpackers plant there.
You guys see how this is 5 years later and they're talking about this like it's something new? I just don't get anything, I guess. Anything to talk about. It'll cut it. It'll do. Good question, Roscoe. Where is Matt Sullivan these days? I haven't seen him around either. Maybe working incognito. Me either. He makes no sense to me. About zero. About zero. Let's see. He's kind of delusional and like, I don't know how to say it. Like, he goes through mania a lot. Like, he thinks everybody's after him.
Chat and alerted me about what was going on with
I barely hear that.
Shattered Mirror earlier, and like I had explained, they were warning us on their live streams what they were going to do. Now they've switched over from going after him, and now they're going after me. I want to put it out there that the impersonation of who I am is wrong. Number one, let's make this fucking crystal clear. I have never made $1 off of my channel.
Good, because you're not worth it.
Or taken $1, not even my YouTube revenue. Do you understand that? So I know who it is.
Do you understand that?
In my opinion, that has initiated this form of harassment and torment. They explained to us that they would do this and go to this level on their live streams. So in my opinion, the people that are responsible for this are a man piece of shit named Graz.
What?
And this other guy that he has opened these channels up called the Inquisitor.
Me and the Inquisitor? Come on, man.
Also, Randy has his fucking little group of trolls like this butt sniffer, Bruce Davis.
And Randy and his trolls and the butt sniffer Bruce Davis?
And there's also another one that we were talking about called Safety Hands.
Who the hell is Safety Hands? Never heard of him.
Right? That's one of all of their friends, you know, and
not my
Steve's
friend.
in the middle in the bed with all of them.
No, we're not in the same bed. I don't know who Safety Hands is.
These scumbags, you know, and their motives and agendas to come after me. You can bring it, motherfuckers. You think
shit.
You fucking intimidate me? You think you're gonna bully me? You know what? You're just putting me on another fucking level, and I'm about to hit fucking 6th gear.
Dude, he is totally totally Macho Man Randy Savage.
You guys are fucking with the wrong one. You're fucking with the wrong one. I can prove beyond a fucking shadow of a doubt I was threatened with a hatchet by Frank. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. And then I put a response video out. So I'm only in turn responding to the threats and harassment that I received from Randy. And that's why Randy pulled his fucking videos down, and that's why I saved them. So if you go in my channel, you can see the death threats that I got. Now they're going into another level and attempting to attack my credibility.
Well, that's not really that hard to do.
I have never taken one fucking dollar from a single person off of my fucking channel.
Good. You don't deserve it.
Over this Delphi case, or for that fact, on YouTube, from anything. I've never collected my YouTube revenue. I'm not a sellout.
I hope you never do.
Not like these other fucking channels. And what blows my mind is how they're still able to operate under these terms of service. You can look at what they've done. They told us they were going to do it. And what do you think is happening? Do you really think that it's just Joe Schmo from around the corner?
I actually think you might be onto something there. Everybody hold your horses. It's probably just Joe Schmo from across the corner store. Oh my god. Kind of like maybe drug-induced hallucinations. Maybe not even well, I mean, with him. I mean, speaking of, let's look at his face reveal he just did. I thought he's been, showing his face in his mom's garage the whole time, but I guess he just did a face reveal for all of us to check him out. I was on Facebook the other day, and people actually accused him of faking his face reveal. They said it was a deep fake. Let's go see what he looks like. The man behind the macho voice. Okay, here he is.
Welcome to As Above, So Below. A little bit of a special treat for you tonight. We're going to have...
Don't you dare ever call your face a special treat ever again.
A face reveal.
Ah!
Sorry, somebody was just drug by. So yeah. They've been trying to get my face. So there's my face.
Who's been trying to get your face? Don't you ever give anybody your face, man. That's years and years alone. Don't you ever let somebody try to get your face. Oh, man. That was kind of a fun night. Really ridiculous, though. Trying to see if I have anything else that I can share with you guys. I think I do. Before we get out of here. Let's see. Graz, do you think he's working with True Crime Jesus? No, man, I don't. I don't think True Crime Jesus would be involved in any of that, actually. What makes you wonder? What makes you ask that? I don't know. There is some people that are, like, running around saying stuff, trying to spread rumors, though. What is this here?
Something's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Possibly a serial killer.
Oh.
I'm not joking when I say that. I'm not saying that to be an asshole. He's a child molester. He's a bad person. He is a horrible, horrible dude.
I don't know where that came from. I thought I would play it, though. Mike, dude, you're in here. Was he talking to you? Let's see what else I got. Oh yeah, just him being Canadian? Yeah, no. No. Yeah, I don't think so. What about... I was thinking about playing some Sunny Justice, but that's maybe a different night. We're just doing As Above, So Below and Joe. Sorry, I'm just looking in here, seeing what might be a good idea. Yeah, I got a lot here, man. I guess we'll just end with As Above, So Below going at Pat Brown, you know, calling him Rat Brown and just being a horrible person. Yeah, I'll do another one. I'll do another one just like this, but I'll do it for Sunny Justice. Sunny Justass. Getting my channel taken down.
Talking about last night, and I guess some of you guys have seen a Shattered Mirror's new video where he was talking about Rat Brown and how Rat Brown has gone into hiding. And I guess it was 2 years ago, 2020, I believe, he was finally charged with some of those charges that he was laid with, tampering with an investigation, abusing somebody under the age of 14. You know, this is the kind of person you got to remember now. So February 13th, this piece of shit parked his truck in the cemetery. This piece of shit inserted himself into the search team.
So you're saying because he parked his car and helped search for two girls, that makes him a piece of shit? So stupid, man. So highly unintelligent. That's why sometimes we say as above, so below the IQ of a 2-year-old.
Piece of shit was seen in the cemetery area the next morning as early as of 5:30, maybe even earlier than that, due to the fact that it was Jerome Weiss leaving that scene that was then later investigated and said to have said that he was escorting Pat Brown into the cemetery area due to the fact that A, he couldn't find his keys.
Okay, really quick, just not. That's not true.
Or B, he was just giving him a lift over there to look for the keys. And that was at 5:30 in the morning, leaving the scene of the crime. Like, it wasn't like he was right there. He was about 4 kilometers away. But he then in turn placed himself back in the cemetery area as early as 5:30, because if he's being pulled over, or 5 a.m., sorry. So he's claiming that they were in the cemetery area looking for Pat Brown's keys.
Dude, such a ridiculous rumor that he's just going with and inserting all these other things, saying it like it's fact. What an idiot.
And this is a huge detail right here.
No, it's not.
Not 6 hours later, 5 hours later, they find the two girls' bodies approximately 150 to 250 yards away from Pat Brown's truck. And you can look all the way back up to what the search party members were saying that...
Do you believe what's coming out of your mouth?
We know some search party members were in that area all the way up until 10. Now, we've heard rumors and people say, like Reno has said, Michael Catt said
There's no difference between what they're doing and you're doing because you're just spreading rumors, dude.
Activity happening in the area where the girls' bodies were found.
Ugh.
Nobody else was reported coming or going in these timelines.
That's because it's law enforcement information, dude. You guys expect everybody to get out in the public and just do this. For instance, yeah, let me end it on this one then. This is just one example. There's tons of them. Joe demanding that Kelsey come on his show. Joe demanding that Gray, gives him a... What was it? Gives him a cordial invitation to come express his feelings to his face. Well, in this one, people are saying that, oh, David Erskine, the uncle, he should have just gone on YouTube.
Nobody that leaked out there. People are trying to say that, he was on Facebook and he could have gone on YouTube to clarify that, right? And people putting out these text messages in order to have a lot of people follow down a different rabbit hole.
David Erskine was the uncle of one of the victims. He did not put those texts out because he wanted people to go down a rabbit hole. Your choice of words is not only incorrect, but it's disgusting and dumb.
So, for me, David Erskine at any point claiming that this had happened, he could have gone on YouTube to clarify this.
He does not have to go on YouTube. Nobody has to do anything on YouTube to clarify anything, you moron.
As if this was his text message and it was leaked out there, people are trying to say that, he was on Facebook and kicked off. So apparently David Erskine was trying to put some of this information out there. And when you look at the diversion side of all of the leak,
there is no diversion side from David Erskine.
Messages and all the people that have lied about a lot of shit, like there's nobody that hangs out at the bridge. Nobody ever hangs out over at that bridge. There was nobody there that day. Yeah, these people are disgusting, absolutely disgusting.
I think he's projecting.
He could have gone online at any fucking time here to clarify what he was saying.
He doesn't need to go. None of the family needs to clarify anything. Zero.
Number one for me is this. How was he given access to Liberty German's autopsy report, being he's a search party member?
It wasn't an autopsy report. It was the coroner's report, and maybe all the family was together. Have you ever thought about rational stuff that might have... There's a million answers that it could be that's rational.
He's not law enforcement and he's not fucking family. Okay.
Oh, does that make you angry?
Okay. Because if he sees those details, isn't that something only the killer's supposed to know?
Dude. There's just no reasoning. You're just such an idiot.
And really. Then what happens if this guy goes and starts telling people about what he's seen? Isn't that what happened? Or isn't that what's rumored to have happened here? They're disgusting. They're absolutely disgusting.
I don't see how that would be disgusting at all, man. You got a big problem there.
And he had claimed that you couldn't show me much worse when he had seen the bodies of Abby and Libby.
Oh, so hold that against him. He's saying it was so traumatizing he hasn't seen anything worse in his whole life. Yeah, hold it against him. You're right. What a dummy. Man. I hope you're doing okay over there too, Katie. In the hospital trying to laugh. I'll try to make you laugh. You want to hear something about Sonny? Let me see what we have here. I don't know how funny it is, but at least we can react to stuff she says that's not fact. And I'm going to have to lay a picture over this because she likes to strike a little strikey strike every time I do anything about her. There's Sonny Just Ass. There we go.
Sorry, I'm muted. Take
You're
a bite.
eating? Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. I gotta smite. My husband went to Dairy
He
Queen.
came on here just to make me hungry.
Right. It was just bad timing. It was like getting ready to.
Oh, very funny, guys.
He asked me about it. Yeah.
Like 2018 he was, because he has his video up with his big pot bags, and he has like 3 videos that he made in that same day or whatever.
So Sonny's talking about the big pot bags. It's nice.
So 2018. And he went there with his dad right after the murders for, I think, a week or 2. I'm not sure. I'm sure probably Sleuth knows when he's done luncheon.
So if you're going to go talk about alternate crazy fringe conspiracy theories, you should at least know the basics about what happened with the clients. And that's something Sonny Justice to this day can't explain.
Because I'm just
like
honest.
on a vacation.
I haven't really been overlooking at the transcript too much as I've been looking at people. Like, I noticed that there was some
And that is one of the creepier statements I've heard tonight.
too much as I've been looking at people.
Looking at what? More than who?
Probably Sleuth knows when he's done luncheon. Because I'm just
like
honest.
on a vacation.
I haven't really been overlooking at the transcript too much as I've been looking at people. Like, I noticed that there was somebody in the murder sheet.
Jesus, Sonny. She's the one tapping on your window. She's the one, she's like, I'll find you. That's Sonny. Stalker?
Chat with the last name of Conklin. I know that same last name belongs to Keegan's girlfriend, supposed girlfriend that he had her.
So she has no problem just doxing all kinds of people. Conklin? Screw the Conklins. I'm Sonny Justice. If the Conklins have ever said one word to Keegan Dunker on social media, they're mine. Their ass is mine. They're part of my theory. They're guilty. Guilty.
Whatever, the one that he says Bay. I noticed that there was somebody in murder sheets with that last name. Of course, what do? I go pull up the name, but I didn't find that name. It's almost like, I don't even know if it's a...
Sonny, that's not normal behavior. What did you say?
I noticed that there was somebody in murder sheets with that last name. Of course, what do? I go pull up the name, but I didn't find that name.
Jesus. Of course, what do? I go type their name in the search bar just like Joe. Gotta know them, gotta follow them, gotta find them, gotta know everything about them, gotta write them, gotta know when they wake up, when they go to bed. I'm Sonny Justice. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
It's almost like, I don't even know if it's a real first name or secondary name. You know how people do that? Kind of like that one Adam guy that has his first name starts with a K or whatever. But he lives. So what I was kind of actually working on today, and this is more for myself than anything, I was more just...
Another creepy thing. What do you mean it's more for yourself than anything? You're really sending off some vibes. I want to say mixed signals, but it's really not. It's just weird. Like, what is she doing? Oh, man. Oh, looks like we got a Sonny Justice supporter. Hey, big fish, small pond. Good to see you. It's been a while.
Just working
Wiggle,
on
wiggle.
Google Maps, and I was putting anyone so far that's like a person of interest, where they lived in 2017, and repetitive people that I see over and over and over again, but especially about the people like, of course, Kurtz and stuff like that. So it's kind of one of those things is that, like, for instance, Daniel Pearson's line has Babcock in it.
Okay, hold on. You're telling me that Daniel Pearson has Babcock in his family line. Sonny, you are such a good investigator. You mean Babcock, like Dale Babcock, the guy from the Anthony Greeno video from like 3 years ago? You guys are out of control. Out of control.
You know, so those run together. And it's honestly like Noth runs in there with there's Keegan Noth and they run in there with like the Ashley's family and stuff.
What the hell is this woman talking about? Jesus. Okay, Big Fish. Yeah, no, I swear I've seen you in the comment sections where you talk about the family a lot. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Like that. And yeah, and so sometimes I'm notorious for not writing down shit. I just put it in my head and I have their names in Teleos. Oh,
and I write down everything.
You know what? Let me put solving crimes here. I'm just
Okay, so here we go. She's gonna confront the post that claims that she's doing harm to the case, and she's just gonna mockingly go through it as if she's doing nothing wrong.
talking about like for instance Shars for Ray Hanish. You know, that one's just really memorializing and trying to bring justice for Ray, but it's not anything to do with bashing people or anything like that. It's just a nice, you know, a nice group.
One thing I don't get about this crap, on Sunny Justice Channel, you have people who are claiming to be smart in true crime, but they support this. Like, this is an unhinged lady who's naming tons and dozens of innocent people and saying for its factual fact that Keegan Dunker, this guy, is Bridge Guy. You guys don't care. A lot of people just don't even care. You guys are, man, I don't see a big difference between her and Joe, or her and As Above, So Below. True Crime Design. They're all the same. They all got the same fans, too. The crazy ones.
Right. But so I seen this in our chat because one of you guys posted it, and I had seen it actually before, and it just makes me laugh. So it says Katie is a POI of a particular YouTuber, Sunny Justice, but take her information with a bucket of salt. Not even just a little pinch. It was a bucket. Okay. As she is known for causing harm to this case. I love
Yeah, very funny, Sunny.
how people say that, right? That they're causing harm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're saying that this guy is Bridge Guy, who is not. Obviously, it's harmful if you got, you know, people watching you every day, tons of people. Why is that so hard to comprehend?
Okay, all right. Katie has never been a big POI in my opinion, but a few people do believe he's a big POI. Some even claiming he is a BG as a factual, which he is not factual. I'm going to claim factual.
Yeah, like we said, she's going to claim factual. She claims that factual. Yep. I even had another video, but it's on my hard drive and it's not plugged in. When True Crime Bloke confronted her, True Crime Bloke said, "Sonny, you don't know who Bridge Guy is." And Sonny said, "Yes, I do. Don't ever tell me again that I don't. Don't challenge me." Yeah, man, I don't know. Yeah. I watched her, and then it was just her and this guy and the woman, and they were putting on lip gloss, not even talking about Delphi. That's how it goes. I almost don't even talk about the facts of the case anymore. If I do, it's on Delphi this week. But other than that, I just talk about the creators because they're completely crazy. So crazy. Don't even... Man, I lied again. Let's play just a little bit more before I leave. Okay, so Big Fish says in response when I said, "Oh, so you talk about the family," you said, I have for sure spoke on the family's inconsistencies, not necessarily that they are involved, but that a separate timeline based on objective things like phone records and times that the news states. And even Holcomb stated that he thought a sketch was based on Mike due to him searching before the cops were there. Yeah, on crime. Well, what would that have to do with anything that they mistakenly thought he was a sketch? Doesn't make sense. And it could have been Derek too. I don't know. They always get mixed up. But for what the news states, you can find contradictions from anything that the news states. In over 5 years with this high-profile case, I bet a lot of news stations have the timeline wrong. I don't know. I just think it's like a waste of time because there's so many people that are creating theories about it. I don't know. I don't think they're trying to create a timeline or anything like that, like these crazies. Hey, Jory. What's up, Jory? Was just over watching me with someone named Greeno about Jamie Valdez. Today? Was it an old one or a new one? Last time I did a show with Greeno was like 6 months ago. Two minutes ago. Who's playing me with Greeno? That's crazy. Oh, you were watching it 2 minutes ago from 7 months ago. Yeah, you could probably find like 10 videos of me on Greeno's channel, maybe. We used to do a lot. Interesting. It is all good. It is all good. No worry, guys. Even if you're on the replay crew, that's all good with me. This is the last video I'll play. It's called Delphi Blaine Nelson. I don't know why it's called that, but this is As Above, So Below, one of the more recent ones.
Fucking swallow the pill. They'll drink the juice.
Okay, we must swallow the pill and drink the juice. I wonder what he was talking about.
Predators like to hang out with each other.
Jeez.
He's just been smart enough to not get caught. Make of it what you will. That's my personal opinion, but make of it what you will. Some people are so naive and gullible that they'll fucking swallow the pill. They'll drink the juice. The fucking Jim Jones incident.
Oh, right. Right. That was a big thing. So they're telling people to not discuss it in the media, and you have people like having their family members come on and do live streams. That was Sonny Justice, yeah. These guys are just idiots. So Farmer's nephew would be Blaine. Farmer's the guy who got arrested in the McClurkin case.
Here, drink this. It's fucking good for you. It's healthy for you, and then a fucking apple. Blaine character is very sus. Yeah, he's such a baby. Randy is. He read my comments about donations and Big Macs. Oh, he got so. You know what? He got so pissed about that. I made a little posting in my comments in my community post about the Big Mac for him.
Yeah, that must be why Randy was so pissed off. I'm getting a little jaded. Cool. No. I'm all good with it. I don't really have the, what do you call it? I don't really have the patience to have a call-in with these people because there's nothing that you can do to get them to understand it. All you can do is show what they're doing so maybe new people can see it. That's really nice that you wasted time. I don't know where Greeno's even incarcerated at. Want to drop some stuff off for him. This is an alternate universe, yes, where verbal diarrhea is considered content. That's what it is. And on my Delphi This Week shows, I always allow call-ins. I haven't been doing them recently because a lot of people come on to show me their wieners, but dude, big fish, small pond, you've literally known me for 2 years. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Yeah, no, from back in the day. Yeah, I've known you for a long time. I don't understand. So if you can't see that these guys are maniacs, I don't understand. Don't understand.
He's the one that's continuing to keep talking about it. You know what? I know what I know about Randy. You know, you guys know what you know about Randy. So fuck Randy. Randy. Big Mac.
Wow. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with, guys. That's our Delphi creators. Very good stuff. Oh, man. Yeah, so if I had my sub count like it was, if I had my original channel, I might be able to push myself to just stick to away from the drama, but I mean, come on. I have to give commentary on all these crazy people right now and build my channel back up. Learn about mental health and apply it to them and how crazy they are. It's just what I'm doing. Yeah. I just talk about whatever, man. If I see this and nobody else is explaining how crazy it is, then I'll give it a go. It's interesting. It's like a case study, man. Who has seen somebody get involved in true crime and do this much damage and be this crazy? I mean, the Watts case and the Summer Wells case, you have people, but it's a whole different level. Insane. Yeah, and this is job security. I mean, look, now I'm going to have other reaction streams to react to. It's just a big circle. Hopefully people will see it and, look for real facts. I'm telling you, at least 1 or 2 people per show will come around. That's good enough for me. All right, I'm going to read a daily reflection and get out of here. It's called Anonymous Gifts of Kindness. As active alcoholics, we are always looking for a handout in one way or another. The challenge of the 7th tradition is a personal challenge, reminding me to share and give of myself. Before sobriety, the only thing I ever supported was my habit of drinking. Now my efforts are in a kind word and kindness. I saw that I had to start carrying my own weight and allow my new friends to walk with me, because through the steps, I've never had it so good. That was short and sweet. If you're not spiritual or religious, just apply it to anything else going on in your life. I will see you guys tomorrow. What do we have tomorrow? Let me take a look. Tomorrow's Aaron Farder. Some people call him Aaron with a K. Karen. He is speaking of case studies, Aaron Carter, he is just a magnificent work of art. I don't know how to explain him. Really interesting character. So yeah, that'll be tomorrow night. See you guys later.
Calling, ain't nobody better at describing what is awful. I I would listen to it. Now a story of a person eating a waffle.